Good morning, brothers and sisters. My name is Cathy Giordano, and I was asked by Bishop Russell to share a 3 to 5 minute thought with you, and I could pick the subject. I tell you this because for the first time, I was going to say no. In fact, I didn't respond to his text for quite a while because I didn't know how to tell him that I haven't felt like I've had anything to say worth listening to lately. The truth is, my faith has been tested for the past couple of months. In the beginning of this pandemic, I wasn't happy that church was shut down because it seemed my family was just starting to enjoy the ritual of going to church each week. But I dutifully complied, and I would arrange for either the Kramers or the elders to come by, share a lesson, and administer the sacrament. I even encouraged my family members very strongly to join us. And we were always graciously accommodated. Everything was fine until weeks turned into months. I began to feel resentful about being deprived of my weekly sacrament meeting. I went from trying to figure out Zoom to hating my 4 chins that appeared every time I logged in. This started affecting how often I would pray each day, read my scriptures, and do the lessons on Sunday. Well, last Sunday, I decided to do all the July primary lessons in one sitting because I was fed up with being deprived of my faith. I dove into the lessons, and needless to say, I didn't need to get much further than Alma chapter 32, and my problem was solved. As in every time before, I found my answers in the scriptures. This time, the Book of Mormon. And it was Alma chapter 31 through 34. My problem with my lack of faith wasn't the coronavirus and the ensuing lockdown or quarantines. My problem was me. All I had to do was read how the Zoramites complained about being cast out of their synagogue so they couldn't worship their God as they chose to once a week to turn that on myself. In Alma 32, 8 through 11, it says, I behold that ye are lowly in heart, and if so, blessed are ye. Behold, my brother hath said, what shall we do? For we are cast out of our synagogues, and we cannot worship our God. Behold, I say unto you, do ye suppose that ye cannot worship God, save it be in your synagogues only? And moreover, I would ask, do ye suppose that ye must not worship God only once in a week? Well, that hit home. And basically, after that, Alma said, good. Glad that you were humbled, for now you can learn wisdom. In Alma chapter 33, verses 3 through 11, Alma asked the people, do you remember what Zenos the prophet said? And I'll summarize here, but it was like, Thou art merciful God, for you heard my prayers in the wilderness and in the field and in my house, even in my closet, and heard me when I was cast out. You heard me because of my sincerity. That pretty much clinched it for me. But Alma goes on. What does Alma say about the once-a-week sacrament I was dutifully calling for each Sunday? Basically, Alma 31:10 says, neither would they observe the performances of the church to continue in prayer and supplication to God daily, that they may not enter into temptation. I had also fallen into another bad habit of becoming repetitious with my prayers because I wasn't as regular with them. So I would say pretty much the same thing each day. And then I read Alma 31:19 through 20. It says, now it came to pass that after Alma and his brethren and his sons had heard these prayers, they were astonished beyond all measure. For behold, every man did go forth and offer up these same prayers. I would love to tell you that this has completely changed me and that this latest lockdown has not affected me, but that wouldn't be completely true. But it did get me to reply yes to the bishop, and more importantly, to remember where I get my answers every time I have a problem. I will be forever grateful for the opportunity to learn about the Zoramites and how they gained wisdom because they were humbled enough to learn through the power of Jesus Christ. Amen.